Okay, everybody, welcome back. We're going to take what we learned last time about drawing faces, where to place the eyes, nose, mouth, and eyebrows, and so forth, and we're going to apply that to expressions. These faces don't have ears or hair, but you can still read each one just by moving the eyebrows, the eyes, changing the shape of the eyes and the mouth. We can change the different expressions. So these don't have names, but you can see maybe this is very happy, this is slightly happy, just kind of content, this guy is sleepy. Let's see, I don't know, this guy's happy but kind of like he's done something mischievous. Maybe he did some prank on somebody. This person's in love. This one's angry and yelling. This one's angry and yelling. This one tasted something bitter. So you can see all these different expressions. You can convey a lot of emotion by just changing the shape of the eyes, the mouth, and changing the eyebrows. And that's what we're going to try doing today. Let's take a look at another one. This one is a character, very interesting head. You can see the eyes are not really in the middle. The head has kind of been flattened, and that part hasn't changed. It's the same head shape for each of these. It's not a complete oval. Now the ears are very simple, but just by changing the location of the eyebrows, the shape of the eyes, the nose pretty much stays the same, but you can see in some of these the shape of the nose changes. Like over here, the mouth has changed its position, and you can see that right in here it's been moved over from the center, and so on. Okay, and the eyes go here, they're very low, and then up here they're a lot higher, and so forth. And so the mouth changes dramatically, the eyebrows, the placement of the eyebrows, the lines in the forehead, and you can express a lot of emotion. Here, this one's going to be a lot simpler. So let's hide this guy. This looks like a young woman or a girl, and she has no hair. But you can see there's lots of different expressions. Now this isn't a straight ahead view. We're going to deal with 3/4 views in the next lesson. This one is more 3/4. But you can still see, just by changing the shape of the eyes and the mouth and the eyebrows, you can get a lot of different feelings expressed by the character. Okay, so for first character, we're going to go ahead and draw 4 ovals on your sketchbook, and you're going to do 4 different expressions on each of 3 pages. So we'll have a total of 12 different expressions. And you can make up whichever expressions you want. But remember what we're going to do. We're going to come in here and we're going to take these lines. So we have kind of an idea of where to place the eyes, nose, mouth, and so forth, and eyebrows. And they're going to change with different expressions. So let's go ahead and try one where maybe I just do a face resting. So I'll call this my rest face. And so he is going to have, mine's going to be a guy, yours can be a girl, a young person, an old person, whatever you like. And so, generally speaking, when we draw the eyes aren't really ovals, but these are just cartoons. And so, generally speaking, we draw the eyes so that there's about exactly 1 eye width between them. So you can put your eyes really close together if you're cartooning, but in a person's face, generally speaking, the distance or the width of an eye and the width of the other eye should be about the same. And the distance between them should be about exactly 1 eye width. And so you can use that as kind of a rule of thumb if you want to make it look realistic or change it. But in any case, I'm going to draw just 2 ovals for the eyes. Those are a little bit spread out too far. So I'll come in here a little bit closer. And now I've got 2 eyes. And I'll put little eyeballs in there. And so halfway down there's going to be the bottom of my nose. And so I'm just going to do kind of a rectangular nose here. And maybe have the corners kind of crease down like that. And then the mouth is going to come halfway in between there. So this is just the resting face. And so I'll just do a simple mouth like that. And the eyebrows just coming up above. I want the outside of the ear to touch this oval. So I'm going to come in here. And the ears typically go from about the top of the eye down to the nose. And so I can just draw the inside like that. Again, just kind of an oval, the inside of the ear. And instead of just drawing a round shape like that, I'm going to do the chin, kind of a square chin like that, and the jaw is going to come down like that. Now the shape of the jaw might vary. If a person's really heavy, it might have a big round shape like that. Or if the person's skinny, it might be more in. But in any case, I'll go ahead and leave it there, and I'll go ahead and show the bottom of the lip with a little bit of shading there. And now for the hair, this person's going to have hair that's going to be kind of spiky, straight hair like that, very easy to draw. And it's going to come in, and I'm going to just draw not really each individual strand, but I'm just shading in kind of a darkness there. And same thing down here, and I'll go ahead and shade in where the hair is shorter along the sides. This person has kind of a fade cut. And I'll leave it there. That's my resting face. So that's a character. And if I wanted to, I could, after I get done with all of that, I can add a little shading on the inside of the ear. I can have some shading under the eyes if I want it. Maybe under the nose, because the nose is going to create a little shadow on the face. Same thing if I want up here on the lip. The upper lip will be in shadow. The lower lip will be less so. And underneath the lower lip, that's where the shadow is, under the lip. So you have just a shape of a face, and that's a resting face. So what's going to happen if this person gets happy? Well, look in the mirror and make a happy face and see what happens. The corners of the mouth will come up, and the eyes might change their shape. I'm going to go ahead and start with the eyes, and I'm going to have the cheeks come up, and then the eyes are going to come like that. So there'll be a little kind of a cheek pushing up against the eyes, and the eyebrows are going to come way up like that. The nose might come up a little bit, and maybe the nostrils are going to come out a little bit more. I have that, and the mouth is going to get wider. And I'm going to go ahead and even show maybe the mouth is opened up a little bit. And I'll have some teeth. Inside of the mouth is going to be in shadow, under. And so now I can do the other stuff. I don't like the way that turned out, so I'll undo that and say, let's say, okay, good. And so now my ears are going to be about the same. And my jawline here. And you can do expressions with the hair also. I'm not going to do that here, but maybe if someone gets really excited their hair, you can kind of express that with the hair as well. And so in any case, so now I'll just draw shading in here, shading down here. Don't forget the eyeballs. And so now this face is more happy. And draw the shading there, maybe shading underneath, and so forth. Okay, so there's a happy face. So there's a resting face and a happy face. Okay, cool. So now we can do some others. Let's do, let's do an angry face. And so this one is going to be, what's going to happen to the eyebrows? Well, this guy can be very angry. Let's see, right in here. So I'm going to say he's so angry that his eyes are going to be clenched shut, and his eyebrows are going to come down, and he's just really mad. Okay, good. And so now the bottom of the nose here will come up, and he's going to have his mouth, he's going to be so angry, his mouth is kind of clenched into angry, clenched teeth. And let's do the ears touching the outside of the oval again. And up here, maybe his hair's standing up a little bit because he's really mad. And right there. So there he is. There's an angry face. And that guy's got some anger issues. And there he goes. So this is angry. And so now you can do other faces. And you're going to try to do a total of 12. Do 3. Figure out your character. Is he a man or a woman? Is he a boy or a girl? Is he old or young? Who is this person and what does he look like? Some of these it doesn't really matter. You can't tell. If we go back and look at, let's go ahead and do that and think about. This one is obviously, whoops. Let's see. This one is obviously, this is a boy, it looks like. And this one is, looks like a man. But it's really hard to tell. It could be a female, it could be a male. And so forth. Okay? Here's another example of some different faces I did earlier. And you can see, you could just write down what expressions you are. This one's sort of, he's smiling and he's happy, but his brows are coming down. So it's almost like he played a trick on somebody. It's kind of an evil laughter. And so forth. This is the resting face. This is just happy. This one looks confused or unhappy about something. And I just try around with different hairstyles and so forth. But anyway, that's what you're going to try today. So the activity on this one is draw 4 ovals on each of 3 pages for a total of 12 ovals, and then decide where to place the eyes, nose, mouth, and have your character in a resting face, and then try 11 different emotions and show each one paying attention to the eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. And that's it for today. Bye-bye.